Hi there, it's Skyward Shield. Welcome to a new Smite video. Today we're going over the actual patch notes. Patch 4.6, Racer Rumble. There is no Ganesha, which he is the next god, thanks to the data mining. So they pushed him back to 4.7, so it's a longer one. I guess they're not sure what he's going to be. I don't know. I'm fine with it. I mean, I'm fine with what we have right now. Because to be honest, I would prefer 6 weeks per new god rather than every month. But hey, whatever they want to do, and as long as this is for the sake of quality and we don't have another Morrigan on our hands where just being in the damn game breaks it, is fine by me. I understand for the sake of quality. Anyway, let's jump right into it. Let's get into the new god skins first. We have Winner's Circle Apollo. Yes, this is for the new Smite Kart. And Amazon Athena.
Don't you put that evil on me!
Kids will grow up believing the Amazon is a place to shop.
Next, oh, I'm so excited for this one. We have Princess Leia Chang'e, which, rest in peace, Carrie Fisher. We love you. You're one of the best actresses I saw on the big screen. And Igor Ratatoskr.
Things are looking up.
Sit back, relax, and watch me put on some blaze.
And then finally, Serpent Slayer Susano. I believe this is Tier 2 skin. And then Kernanos Mastery skins. New emote for Ratatoskr, dancing on. And then we have the next Smite Adventure Apollo's Racer Rumble. Okay, I should click on the new tab. If I remember, I will list off all the racers. From what I saw there's Apollo, Mercury, Ymir, Sun Wukong, Zeus, and I heard Ra's in there. I'm not 100% sure, but I hope he is. Anyway, there's a bundle. You can get a Racer bundle, which gives you the Winner's Circle Apollo. It's an exclusive skin, by the way. Racer Pedestal, Racer Ward, music theme, and the other gold key. Because people were wondering, how do you get the second gold key? This is how you get the second gold key and get the either the Guan Yu skin or the Susano skin that you didn't pick. So now there's a way to get that. Miscellaneous, fixed few issues where gods at incorrect values of the basic attacks on the K screen. Now, item changes. Because apparently healers are still overpowered, according to Hi-Rez, they feel the need to nerf these items. Rod of Asclepius, Rod of Healing. Let's go to Rod of Healing first. Rod of Healing bonus passive in combat is now 10%, or 10% to 5%. Total healing bonus reduced from 15% to 10%. And Asclepius is different, 20% to 10%, and total healing is 30% to 20%. Basically, here's their argument. They say it was either nerf this or nerf the other gods like Chang'e and Hercules. Now, I will tell you this. Unless Chang'e rushed into Tahuti or got a lot of stacks with Book of Thoth, her heals are not great. They're not even great in the early game. I don't care what you give her, what she starts off with. She will not have a good early in terms of healing factor. In fact, her 3 is better as a damage than it is a heal. I should know this because I just recently diamonded Chang'e, so I at least know a thing or two about how to play her. Anyway, second, they base a lot of this off the SPL. Do you see Chang'e being played there? The only gods that are healers that you really see in the SPL a lot are Sylvanas. Ra, although you may not use him for the heals, you more so keep him there for his better lane clear and then the obvious snipes. And Terra. But Terra and Sylvanas are not the best healers in the game. Obviously, Aphrodite's the best, but you don't see her in the meta. You don't see Hell in the meta. Hell, you don't even see her in competitive. You barely see her in casuals. She's almost as underplayed as Raijin. Which, Duke Sloth, make a Whatever Happened to Raijin video, please. I don't see the problem with this. Especially, my favorite thing that I've seen is people who say, why, like, I hate healers so much. They say that as they don't have a single anti-heal item. They say that as if you're a physical attacker, you don't have a Brawler's Beat Stick. You're a tank or a warrior, you don't have Pestilence. Or if you're a mage, you don't have Divine Ruin. Or none of you picked up the Cursed Ankh Relic. To me, it's like, here's the thing, Rod of Asclepius was actually worse in the last season, where it could override a lot of anti-heal. It gave you so much healing that even if Divine Ruin cut your healing in half, if you had Rod of Asclepius, it would actually add 50 more. It had so much extra heals back in the day. that it could just override anti-heal. At that point, I understood. Now, I hated it then, but I understood now that I thought back on it. Now, it's like, oh, I can have anti-heal and they're still effective. No, they're not. No, they're not. Unless that healer has the Book of Thoth, Rod of Asclepius, and Rod of Tahuti, their heals won't be that great. And I mean, that's assuming you're guaranteed to get one of those items as a healer. Asclepius being the likely one, but some people, I believe that sometimes forget Asclepius, just get Tahuti, because Tahuti has better heals. And it's a good power spike. But, whatever, man. I am just irritated. Any more nerfs to healers? And I'm going to say, because honest, my argument is, I don't see these in the SPL. Assuming they listen mostly to the SPL, which they did for some of these changes, I don't think that nerfing this item for in a meta where healers aren't even played a lot to begin with is just, it's stupid. It's just whenever they are played, they're considered a problem. It's like, well, if you're playing competitive, it's your responsibility as a player to be prepared for anything. You must be ready for everything. And I'll leave my rant at that, because anymore, and I may as well just make a separate video for that. Let's just continue on with the patch. Maybe I'll make a whole video on it entirely if people request, but honestly, I should just cut out this argument here and put it in there, and there you go. Anyway, Runic Shield, it was in a weird limbo. It's a very niche pick. Now it's just going to get 100 extra HP. That's good for that. Shield of Thorns fixed a issue where the tooltip for the Shield of Thorns display incorrect percentage reflect amount. And now we're in the God changes. Athena fixed an issue where Athena's ultimate could cause her to gain collision against allied units. I've seen this happen, actually. I know what they're talking about. I don't get it that often, but when you do, it's kind of annoying. Whether you're the one landing or you're the one bumping into Athena, it's kind of annoying. Anyway, Awilix fixed an issue where Awilix would T-pose if hit by Cernunnos' ultimate. Basically, the angel pose that they call it the T-pose, but they also call it the angel pose. Either way, you've seen this thing before. Anyway, Hades got a big change, so because he was considered. Because he used to be a guardian in the old days, but then he turned into a mage, but he felt like pretty much like a guardian anyway. So now his stats are going to be reflected on that. Reduced physical protection scaling from 3.2 to 2.6, reduced base health from 490 to 450, increased base attack speed from 0.87 to 0.95. Death from below, increased damage 50 to 190 to now 70 to 270. Shroud of Darkness, decreased mana cost from 80 to 60. Devour Souls, ability deals detonate damage to the target being detonated. Reduced mana cost for 65 to 105, 60 to 80. Add a new FX to show the radius of the detonate from the afflicted targets. Add a new FX to show the radius during the war mode. Then Pillar of Agony, increased protections from 60 to 80 to 60 to 100. Pillar of Agony no longer consumes blight, and blighted targets will now have their magical protections reduced before taking the first tick of damage. Ooh, that's pretty good. That's actually a good setup for a team fight. Makes him more of a burst mage like he should have been. It's good. Hou Yi getting a buff. I remember Hou Yi as the king of ADCs last season. Now it's pretty much Rom and now Medusa. Medusa's the goddamn queen and Rom's still reigning on top. Now his stats have gone up, just base stats, base attack speed from 0.9 to 0.95, and then increased base power from 38 to 40. Should be good for the old king. Hou Yi was actually was pretty dangerous back in the day. Now I wouldn't say he's a joke, but he is not as devastating compared to, say, Medusa. Kukulkan fixed an issue where Kukulkan had invisible basic attack FX. Oh yeah, I think I know why they did this. If you watched Solo Double J's triple stack video, he had that issue, and I guess someone pointed out, it's like, hey, look, it happened, and maybe other people see it too, so they had to fix that. Because for some reason, Kukulkan could not he could use basic attacks. You just had to freaking eyeball them. You're basically shooting invisible blasts at an opponent. You have to guess where it's going to go, guess its trajectory, and hope it hits. Medusa fixed an issue where Medusa's last rate would highlight minions as if they would be hit, and fixed an issue where Acid Spray can highlight enemies behind Medusa's statues. Nemesis fixed an issue where Nemesis couldn't use her second dash if her mana was below a certain amount. And Raijin, yep, rip Raijin, nobody plays him anymore. I realized that last week, actually. Fixed an issue where Raijin's passive would not be correctly consumed by Raiju. So yeah, Raijin's probably going to get probably a buff soon or some kind of change, because he used to be one of the most devastating mages of the goddamn game, and now nobody plays him. I know he's good, but it's like nobody picks him. He's the new Chang'e. He is the new Chang'e right now. Robin, he got a big change. Mystic Rush increased damage from 150 to 150, 450, 200 to 500. The link target mechanic has been removed. Now provides a 50% damage reduction buff to Robin upon landing. Enemy gods hit by Mystic Rush 10% increased damage from all sources. Mystic Rush can now hit minions. Scotty. Scotty is the one that's getting a change. I think this is actually going to be bad. I think I have a solution if this goes wrong. I'll put my suggestion once we talk about this a bit. Winter's Grasp. Calder is no longer immune to damage in this ability. However, he will still fully heal upon activation. So basically, how you have to do it now is different. You can't just walk up to them, sick the dog, and immediately ult. Now, assuming your dog has full health, assuming Calder is healthy, you sick him at him, and when he starts hitting, he'll start losing HP. So when he's at 1, you could just pop the ult, and all his health comes back. But here's the thing. When she used to be a good boxer. Like, with this ultimate, she could box any ADC, no matter how overpowered they were, because the dog's gonna kick their ass. But now you can just kill the dog, and congrats, Scotty just burned through her ult. I think this is going to be super easy, especially in a team fight. Winter's Grasp has now changed its way of being used. Now you have to use it in a 1v1, because at least a 1v1 you'll have enough time to do it, whereas every god in the other side can just hit Calder once, and it's gone. He's gone. He's going to go back, and that's it. If this goes bad, like I'm thinking it is, my best suggestion is to change for when Winter's Grasp is activated. I would say it takes 2 basic attacks from an enemy god, no matter who they are, to take out 1 bit of health. Basically, his health is like temporarily doubled. He has 10 health instead of 5. So at least, in the sake of a team fight, it will last longer. Is that overpowered? Maybe, but you know what? It's still not invincible, because honestly, in that scenario, in a team fight, they're all going to take out Scalder, and bam, that's one ult down from the other team. Let's try that again. The Morrigan fixed an issue where the spectator client would show an incorrect cooldown for the Morrigan's relics. Zeus fixed an issue where Zeus charges could not appear correctly, and that's going to do it for the patch notes. I should have gone more in detail with Smite Kart, but yeah, oh well. I'm sorry about that. There are videos about it, and there is a link in there. I'm of course going to link the patch notes as always. But yeah, I'm actually excited for Smite Kart because it looks fun. It looks really good too. It looks a lot better than I thought it would, and that's promising. But anyway, I think that'll do it for this video. Any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. And yeah, I will see you guys in another video.